Boy Mac Mean, true story. All stories ain't true. This one is. Believe it. Today we're going to talk about the truth behind the Rikers Island gang members that turned Muslim for protection. Let's go, B. See, what happens is, this is a classic thing. You got cats that come to Rikers Island and they join the gang and they don't really know, they don't know what's going to happen with their future. They don't know if they're going up north. They don't know if they're going home. They pretty much just chasing the moment sometimes and getting down with the set, right? For whatever reason, your homeboy might be, be blood or Netta or Crip or Land King or something, and the next thing you know, you want to get down with the set. So you get down with the set, and what happens when you get down with the set, and this is one of the reasons why I never got down with the gang. Not that I couldn't, because I could have always got down with the gang. I just didn't, for the simple fact that I don't like inheriting other people's beef, right? Now, even though most of the time I inherited somebody else's beef by being Muslim in jail, I didn't think about it like that. I thought about being Muslim as something positive and God-oriented, right? Now, there's some people that become Muslim because they scared, and there's some people that become Muslim because they just want to change in their life. And there's some cats that become Muslim because for evil way it goes, you end up having some bad Muslims and some good Muslims, right? Now, the problem is, like I was saying, these dudes be turned up on the island, getting involved with all this mayhem that's going on, and then one day you end up catching the sentence. You either cop out or you blow trial, and you got this time. Now, the problem with that is that sometimes you be sitting down on Rikers Island for 2 years, 3 years, right? And the shit that you did to somebody back in the days, now they up north, situated. That was one of the scariest things for me to deal with, man. Going to a new jail up north and being in the receiving room. You wanna know why? Because when you're in that receiving room, you shackled up, and not the regular shackles. You got these boxes on you. You got the shackles on your legs. You got chains around you. So if one of your ops see you inside the receiving room and they working there and they with the shit, then you was sitting duck. So that was one of my worries, always going to a new jail. Even if I wasn't currently in drama, you gotta realize long-term drama follow you. It's like no statute of limitations on certain smoke, So cats get into shit and now they up north doing their bid, right? They get to a jail where them cats, okay, 2 years ago you did some crime to somebody and you was with a certain gang or whatever. Now you get to the jail up north and you realize there ain't a lot of them in that jail, or there ain't a lot of them in that house, and now you become Muslim friendly, okay? So we're gonna talk about the two different types. I'm gonna talk about the strong types that end up becoming Muslim because they just feel like becoming Muslim. There's a lot of dudes that I know that was straight up bloods, all right? And then was in a masjid, and even though it's not a policy for cats with Muslims to be Muslim and blood at the same time, Muslim in any gang, some of these cats were so strong that they didn't hide it. I'm Muslim and I'm blood. What's up? And just dealt with it like that. They was on that type of time. But I've also seen a lot of those dudes end up abandoning the gang. I seen more cases where dudes abandon their gang and straight up become Muslim because at some point, praying and reading and studying, after a while you start getting a different type of knowledge. You start getting a different type of information and you start vibrating different. And that's one of the main reasons why the Muslims was not to be played with. So you ask yourself, why did the Muslims have that sort of prestige where dudes ain't really? I heard a cat up on here, I ain't gonna say his name, talking about we was protecting dudes and all that, getting down with one gang, and nah, man, it ain't never been no Muslim policy to be making no contracts with no gangs or none of that. Now, I'm not saying that we ain't end up probably beating people up together and stuff like that, but it was never planned. It was just according to whatever was going on. And, different jails, dudes follow different rules, but universally, that's just not one of our cups of tea. Now, I ain't saying that dudes won't create a peace treaty so dudes can stop getting chopped up or something in a particular spot. And it might just be because dudes want to get business now. You know what I'm saying? For whatever reason. The point is that a lot of the Muslims were strong because you had dudes that was coming from gangs that was really not, like just trying to look for enlightenment. A lot of these dudes end up with 25 years of life, and they don't plan on, it's not in the near future for them to be banging forever. Some people just want to get into their mind or whatever. They don't know, you never know how people's lives is going and why they want to seek spiritual guidance. You know what I'm saying? Now, those are the ones with the good intent. All right? And those dudes never really came to the brothers with any baggage. Even if they was hanging out with the Bloods or whatever, they kept them, you know what I'm saying? Like there was a certain amount of peace. With the first Bloods, that's what I seen. I seen a lot of, I seen dudes turned up and wilding out and all that, but a lot of them had some knowledge and they knew what to do, you know what I mean? So getting in an environment where they could do that peacefully without wilding out, they took that option to do that. Now of course you had some cats that was like, yo, he was ripping mad dudes up in the island. Now he up here with the Muslims and stuff, you know what I'm saying? They ain't like that, but for the most part, those cats, even if they was by themselves, they was gonna put that work in. So that was neither here nor there. Them cats would just be whispering about a live motherfucker becoming Muslim. Here he is, running around with a kufi, chopped all your dudes up. Now he's sitting up here with us chilling. Still hanging out with the homies. Same thing with some of the Crips. You know what I mean? There was some Crips that was diehard Crips, but they was Muslims too. And every jail they went to, there was a problem. And if they would have went to the right jail, they would have had an ultimatum. I don't care how tough you are. You're not gonna worship two gods. That's how the older brothers used to say it, and that's how I was on it too. I was absolutely on that shit. You couldn't be around me and try to be worshiping two gods. Later on in life, when I started getting a little bit older, because you got to think, I was thinking like this when I was 18, 19, 20 years old. When I got a little bit older, I started having a little bit more flexibility as I started seeing gang members doing different things. When it started becoming peace and I seen dudes organizing and trying to get, cats visits and stuff like that, organize bus trips, try to get them stuff, when it was that type of vibration, things started changing up a little bit. But you had some coward ass niggas that was running around some live dudes, doing some soldier moves for their gang, and then they get to the spot and they know that it's on and popping. All right. For instance, not to mention, okay, let's just put it by, let's just name like one group is the Bears, one group is the Tigers. Okay. So the Bears, right, was doing mad shit to the Tigers, you know what I mean? And then one of the Bears get up north and get to a spot where there is no bears there and there's a bunch of tigers. You know what I'm saying? He might go and become Muslim with the lions. Oh my. And the gang members used to be fuming. Like, yo, this dude did this, and this, and this. And we say, okay. Let's ascertain the truth. Let's find out what this brother did. Meanwhile, 9 out of 10 times we know, because, the brothers, we know what's going on in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Before we get to the community, we know what's going on. Okay, he was this dude down there. Okay, cool. All right, what did he do? If he did something that was like forgivable, I've been in jails where we will pay for the damage that he caused. What did he do? Okay, cool. In order for him to come over here peacefully, what do y'all want? We want 5 cartons of cigarettes and something else, you know what I'm saying? And I mean, we had shitloads of that, you know what I mean? That's all it's gonna take. Okay, here you go. But now that dude, the one that y'all thought y'all was gonna do dirty, he's gonna have it way worse than tomorrow. See, that's the part that y'all don't understand. Y'all think that we just let them in and that was it, they safe. Nigga, you got your 5 cartons of cigarettes. What are you beefing about, man? You know what I'm saying? In some cases, a lot of cases, 9 out of 10 times, we didn't give y'all niggas shit. You know what I'm saying? It was what it was. If you touch them, you're gonna get your head chopped off, bro. That's it. It was just like that. And if somebody tell you that it was different, that was not a spot where there was no Muslims at, especially not no live ones. You didn't do that. It just wasn't going down. It's impossible. All right? And then most of these motherfuckers scared anyway, because if you do something to one dude and there's only 2 dudes in this jail, you're going to go somewhere else and you're going to get your fucking head knocked off. So, like they would think that we just, sometimes they would be mad. So we would try to cushion the blow by giving them something. But in the interim, they had to go to class. They had to show that because we would easily throw the motherfuckers out to the wolves. And ooh, what a day it was when we threw somebody out the whip. Especially somebody that dudes had their bibs on and they, you know what I'm saying? They forks and knives ready for the cat. You know what I mean? And we ain't advertising it. It is what it is. You feel me? That's it. There's only one dude I really seen that really held his weight after that. Because I ain't seen too many dudes that want to get thrown out the way. If you got these niggas begging, they'll take some lashes before they get kicked out the way. Like, please give me some lashes. And lashes is not what you think. Lashes is you getting beat up bad by the big brothers. You know what I'm saying? And I was skinny. I wasn't having that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we did have a lot of people that was scared. Okay, but you know what? The good part about a lot of those dudes that was scared, they end up becoming, they end up having courage. You know, I wasn't exempt for being scared. Yo, when I was in Rikers Island, when I first got to Rikers Island, nigga, I had problems too, bro. Dudes be trying to hurt me and all that shit. I was a little skinny, light-skinned dude, you know what I'm saying? I didn't, you know, I had to get my name in jail. You know, I had to be able to understand the program and know what not. I was real naive, you know, and that's a way to catch niggas slipping. Is naive, but I'm the type of situation that was victim turned victimizer. Good, lucky for me, I never got my face chopped up like some of the dudes I seen that get their face whopped. And I'm gonna talk about that in my next video. I'm gonna talk about, you know what I'm saying, catching jail cases, cutting motherfuckers in court. We're gonna call it war stories. We're gonna get it out the way so y'all can separate what's real from what's fake. And a lot of shit that dudes is talking about is fucking fake. Unless you challenge it, they're going to keep on running their mouth. They're going to keep on spreading that false information. And they're going to open up the doors for dudes to think that they can come to jail and it's going to be sweet. It's not going to be sweet. And no gang that you get down with, you guarantee safety. It's a risk. You feel where I'm coming from? My advice always been to the gang members, you know what I'm saying? If you want to get down with something, man, rep that shit till you dead, bro. Period, man. The problem is a lot of us, you know what I'm saying, started doing our biz early, young, and we were misguided by a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? There was always smart members within all the gangs that kept a certain amount let's just say a certain amount of get right. You know, they ain't, you know, in the beginning there was none of that. It was wow. Oh man, well, we gonna talk about it. Mac mean, true story, all stories ain't true, but this one is. Believe it.